videos too.
Here we go. Here we are.
Oh, hello.
Right.
We're here finally. Difficulties.
Yeah, a lot of difficulties tonight. Sorry, guys.
We are having trouble with our cameras and such, so we were late getting started, folks. So sorry about that. And TikTok's being weird and wacky because who knows why. But,
Weird and wacky fun.
but we're on our Clapper, we're on our Twitch, and we're on our Facebook. And hello, welcome to Tuesday night. No,
Hi, everybody.
Tuesday night. So tonight we are gonna lay down the rest of the game on Onyx, Exalted.
Exalted.
And we're gonna get that right away quickly because we're running out of time. So Dale, what are we doing?
Okay, Exalted. So, real super quick recap. You went through a village. They were missing a Hearthstone. Said a bunch of barbarians took it. You guys went, encountered Lao Mei and the 20 Arms gang. She said, look, we'll take you to the barbarians' hideout if you help us get these kids back from the fair folk this way. You guys said, sure, why not? You went to the crater where the barbarians were. Basically stuck around, took them out with Lao Mei's help. Got the Hearthstone back, and you got a bunch of loot out of their cave that looked like other Hearthstones and maybe some artifacts from the first age. So you guys were like, sweet, let's go back. We got to get this back. Toot sweet. So you guys had left the crater and were heading back to the village to get the Hearthstone back. And then you were going to go to further into the woods with Lao Mei so she could guide you to the fair folks so you can rescue those kids.
That's the live stream. I can't.
Okay.
That's the Facebook one. You can't pause that one or you'll stop the whole stream.
Yeah.
So, what loot did we get? We're going to divvy up loot?
Yes. So I will read these off if somebody wants to write them down, and then you can divvy them up or however you want to do it. Okay, so the first one was an orichalcum headband with an eye-shaped, greenish-hued hearthstone with a large dark spot in the center, and it is set in the center of the headband, which would be right over your caste mark.
Watch your mouth.
It has ornate designs inscribed inside in Old Realm. Does anybody speak Old Realm?
I think so.
I think a couple of you do.
I do.
It says Dark Piercing Vision.
Oh, I speak High Realm.
Okay.
I have Old Realm.
This essentially provides Daredevil vision and enhanced hearing. So
This
whenever
headband? This headband?
Yeah, the headband. So whenever you wear this headband, it's a -2 difficulty to hearing related perception rolls, which is useful in total darkness, even magical absence of light. To one who wears it, requires 3 motes of essence to activate for the scene. So it's basically not night vision. It's more like your hearing is better, so you can hear what's around you, and it's almost like that echolocation thing. You may be seeing flashes, but you're hearing everything.
Is this the one that's in the...
This is the headband.
Headband?
The one you put on my head.
Yep. Requires 3 motes of essence to activate, and it lasts for a scene.
How are we getting these identified at the moment?
He knows all the lore and first aid.
Simon's here.
Hey, Simon!
That's what he specialized in the Blessed Isle. The Hearthstone...
Okay, it's active for
One scene.
One scene.
one scene. Okay.
Yeah.
3 motes. Okay.
The Hearthstone is the gem of the seeing eye, and it is a Earth level 2.
Ren Fairfolk, he says?
Ren Fairfolk.
That's what Simon has.
No, it's a bunch of carnies. They're
Oh,
horrible.
God, no! The Rennies have arrived.
Okay, once attuned, if an unmanifested spirit is not looking for the character, it will overlook...
This is the next artifact?
Nope, this is the Hearthstone that's in that headband. So you can use it while it's in the head. If you took it out, this is just what the Hearthstone does. Okay? Once attuned, if an unmanifested spirit is not looking for the character, it will overlook him. If it is looking for the character, difficulty for perception and awareness rolls increase by 1. If the spirit attempts to harm that bearer are at -2 penalty. No effect on spirits that have donned physical form.
Yeah, I don't want that one at all.
Okay.
I like to be seen.
And the Hearthstone trigger is concentration. So when you spend the 3 modes, all you got to do is think about what you're doing.
I'm pooping!
Okay. Yeah, well, if you want. Okay, artifact number 2. The Traveler Staff.
if we went on the beach, would you?
A gnarled walking staff of wood, much like a
Gnarled.
branch. It can be used as a normal quarterstaff in combat. At sunset, the Exalted may plant the staff in the earth and commit 5 motes of essence. The branch quickly grows into a full-size tree, usually an apple tree, and sprouts enough ripe fruit to feed the Exalted and several others for the evening. The branches can be used for firewood, and it burns readily. Come morning, the Exalt can cut a large branch to replace the original staff. The tree will die and rapidly rot away. By sunset of the next day, no sign of his presence remains, and it releases the 5 motes back to the Exalt who caused it to grow. So,
I was thinking when you said you planted it in the ground, it allows you to commit 5 crimes or something like that.
yeah.
Well, it allows you to branch out into other fields.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, dice on dice. Action.
Dice on dice.
Don't aim for the head.
Oh, and these artifacts, in case you're ever wondering, have levels just like your background, like your artifact if you took an artifact. So the first one was a 1-point artifact.
Hello,
The Traveler's Staff is a 2-point artifact.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Okay. The third
Neil
one.
touched me funny.
The third one is a 2-point
Show me on
artifact.
me where he touched you.
There are 4 pairs of these.
What are they?
There are 4 pairs of these. It's a 2-dot artifact.
Pants?
Huh?
4 pairs of pants?
Maybe.
There's 4 pairs of pants for the love
Pair
of
of
heaven.
hearthstone bracers made of orichalcum. One has a setting for a hearthstone, the other is magically endowed.
All right. Just like my character.
It requires the commitment of 4 motes of essence, 2 for each bracer. However, they must be worn as a pair or neither will activate. Ornately wrought in homage to the unconquered sun, these bracers will increase the damage of all the wearer's attacks by 2.
Ooh.
All right, the next one is a 1-point artifact, a Hearthstone amulet, and there is actually 1 for each of you.
Ooh.
There's 5 in there. Orichalcum amulets are starbursts of varying patterns, leopard and eagle heads, or in the shape of their caste marks. So if you find one, you describe what it looks like. If 1 mode of essence is committed, any attuned Hearthstone set within will resonate and grant the bearer any benefits it possesses. Basically, you get these amulets. They don't have Hearthstones, but if you take a Hearthstone and put it in there and attune it, you have it all the time. Yeah.
So right now it doesn't really do anything.
Right. Okay, now there are a bunch of, imagine that, stones.
Oh.
We're
So-
gonna get stoned.
Well, this sounds rigged.
Oral
The first
talcum
one,
powder.
the first one is the Jewel of Echoes.
What? What?
Yeah, it's air level 2.
Air level 2.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Okay. It's a black jewel with a faint inner light. Throws confusing echoes of any sound the bearer makes. Footfalls, whispers, misleading anyone trying to locate the source of its sounds. It adds 2 to the difficulty of anyone attempting to use hearing to detect the bearer. The trigger is concentration.
Stop detecting
take that.
bears.
Figured you
Okay.
would. Stone of the Hunt. It's wood level 1. Okay. Yeah.
You got wood.
Yeah. It's only level 1 though.
It's a level 1. Hey,
Anyway,
if I got wood level 1, I'm
it's
happy.
a spherical stone with swirling patterns of light and dark green. Its bearer gains a deep empathy for wild animals. Provides 2 additional dice for any roll involving hunting, taming, or otherwise understanding untamed animals. Trigger concentration.
I already have that kind of thing, but I guess that would make it better.
You can do it a little bit. This would make it more
But that one's mine.
Okay.
And that one is called what?
Stone of the Hunt.
Stone.
Jewel of Hungry Fire.
Wise Juan is here.
Huh?
Wise Juan is here.
Hi, Juan.
Hello.
The Swanson guy's here. I'll take some tenderloins and some ice cream sandwiches.
Jewel of Hungry Fire. Fire level 2. Bright orange red around the edges, deepening to a glowing brick red as its center, like a burning coal. This hearthstone draws heat and flame into itself, protecting the bearer. Add 6 to the bearer's soak when applying damage from fire attacks. And the trigger is just if you get hit with fire or heat.
Whose is that
It
one?
works. Well,
That's good
there's
for-
more.
There's
so
more.
It's up to you guys.
Yeah. Fire one. Okay.
Okay, next is Gemstone of Deep Drink,
That's mine.
Earth level 2. This grass green
Easy.
chunk of glass-like stone allows the bearer to drink as much alcohol as he likes. It will act in all aspects as water to her, apart from the taste, even to the point of satisfying your thirst.
But would that?
But you like to be drunk.
I like to be drunk. That
So you probably
negative.
don't want it.
Oh, I don't want that.
Yeah,
at
you
all.
Gem of Seduction.
It'd be even better.
Now, there
It'd be
we
even
go.
better if it relieved your bladder, so you'd have to go piss all the time.
That's why it just does. He just goes down here and refills.
It empties
like
your
a
other
tap.
leg.
Actually, it retains it all until you take the gemstone off, and then you have to pee.
For like 2 days.
Like strange brew. Oh no!
Just aim me at the fire, eh?
Gem of Seduction, Fire level 2. This gem is a deep purple that changes to dark blue in direct sunlight. The bearer will seem more attractive to others, giving him an additional 3 dice on rolls pertaining to seduction attempts.
Damn.
It also gives 1 extra die to any other appearance roll.
There you go. That sounds like a dentist one there.
Or
Those chin hairs turn into
Your
something.
bard.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Look at me. Look how pretty I am.
It's so handsome.
Stone of
Seemed to do
Recognition.
pretty all right on her seduction with that one guy.
Yeah. Stone of Recognition, Water level 2. A rough sphere of azure blue mottled with white. It causes a target to believe that he or she has met the bearer before. The bearer concentrates and rolls manipulation and socialize.
Ooh, that
Roll
be
to
good
catch
one for
the
you.
target's eye, if necessary. If the roll succeeds, the target makes a willpower roll at a difficulty that equals the number of successes the bearer got. If this roll fails, the target is generally well disposed toward the bearer, but can't quite remember where he's heard of the bearer before. If he botches, he believes the target believes the bearer is someone good and trustworthy, a childhood friend or a famous hero. If the roll succeeds, nothing. And the last one is the Spider's Eye Stone, Earth level 2. Well, the last Hearthstone. This stone is a smooth gray color with sparkling veins of blue and dots of crimson throughout. The bearer can see through the eyes of any spider within a 10-yard radius. The effect also works on mules, spider demons, and other spider-like creatures.
I promise not to kill you.
I promise not to kill you. So those are the Hearthstones that are in there.
All right.
So that's what you found in the cave.
Now we don't know though those came from anybody. It's just
Yep. Nope. Not unless you have a charm that can do that. If you want to look at it and hold it
No.
and see who had it.
the stone
But
from
it
the
could be
village.
anything.
Do we sense the spirit in it, or how do we?
No. It's a Hearthstone. You know it's a Hearthstone. It's got like a, you can sense a little bit of power with your lore,
Yeah.
but it's not like the spirit's with you.
Okay.
The spirit is actually in the
That
village.
girl.
If you remember, he said the Hearthstone was taken and it's weakening him. That's why that area is dying. They're like intrinsically entwined.
Gotcha.
He's not part of it.
How do
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Eat a bug.
So I'm just curious.
I eat a bug?
These are the, like Hearthstones that we get, right?
Huh?
These are Hearthstones that we got, right? So that's a Hearthstone. So can we actually attune to it? And
Yes. And
it
on
would
your
do
way
something?
on your way back to the village, all you have to do is sit with it for like 10 minutes and just kind of concentrate.
Well, I'm
with it.
talking about the one for the village, though.
You could attune to it.
Okay, I was just kind of curious.
It might take a little longer, but if you were attuned to it, whenever you return to that village, you probably, if you're wounded and you go to that village, you'd probably heal faster. And if you were like starving and crawled into that village, you'd be like, oh God, I don't feel so bad, because that's what it does. Promotes life, growth, and healing. So if you want to attune to that Hearthstone, that's fine.
No, I'm just kind of curious.
But I'm
if there
just
were the
saying.
difference between the Hearthstones.
No, not
Like
really.
one is like village level and one is just the people level. You
Nope.
know? Okay.
They just have their own powers that they activate. Some are real small, like the drinking ones. Some are actually like hiding.
Some wouldn't really work for a village though. Like the spider eyes wouldn't work.
No,
They wouldn't work for the
no, because they'd be like, "Oh my God, I got to clean my house again because there's spiders everywhere. It's so dusty. I didn't realize that." But if you wanted to, like the Hearthstone of the deep drink, you could build a tavern,
Right.
put that in there,
Oh no,
So
they
it's
get
like
drunk.
everybody's drinking.
Yeah.
You make lots of money.
Right.
That's still my
Because if
idea.
they go in to get drunk, they're not really getting drunk.
They could let
But
them
it's still
drink for-
they still have the taste of it, but they're not getting drunk.
Right.
So they might buy more.
right.
So see, like that's a
Buy
good one.
more and
That would
trash
be
your
like-
place less.
That would be a good one for
Until
like.
they walked outside and then they just dropped dead.
All right.
Reach that monkey yet.
So basically,
We're not going to.
you guys head back from the crater. You're heading back. Do you want to do what you did kind of the night before, where you just kind of stop and rest for a few hours?
Yes.
Okay, so here's how that works, just so you remember. Regaining essence. If you just stop and rest, not really sleep, you'll get 4 motes an hour. If you actually sleep, you will get 8 motes an hour. But your wagon, because it's a mobile artifact, kind of a portable manse, it will give you an extra 4 on top of that. So, this night when you travel, you can stop, relax, camp, maybe snooze, talk to people, relax,
Not
just
me.
rest.
Like, crawl inside of it and sleep.
Okay, so for every hour you sleep, you're going to get 12 total essence back.
Okay.
For every hour
don't
you
have
just
any
want to
essence,
rest, if you
so-
want to stay awake, it's only 8 hours or 8 motes. All right. So how about 4
But
hours?
we don't have to because we have
4
food
hours.
in our wagon.
Yeah, but it's a treat at least.
So now don't forget, when you plant that staff, you'll get all your essence back except for those 5.
But I'll get them back.
But the
I'll be
next
leaving
day
them
you'll get them back. So,
Yep.
all right. So yeah, you guys rest, pull over, rest for 4 hours. The bandits take advantage of it too.
Trying to ask Newt what happened with these kids too, while we're there talking to her.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to use that staff for everybody.
Oh, he already.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Do they actually go back with us to that village?
Yeah, they said it'd be easier just to
Okay.
follow you back. They won't go into the village, but they'll wait for you outside, and then when you're done, you can go right to the fair folk from there. Save time. Yeah, so as you do the traveling staff, I mean the bandits are kind of muttering amongst themselves and
He's doing it
Kinda.
on me, right?
yeah, but huddling around Lao Mei like, what's the deal with these guys? You know, what's going on? So
Well, I've told him I'm a wizard from the main island.
well, yeah, she puts them at ease, but
And
then
I have their uniforms and all that.
right, but the obsidian butterflies thing, that seems
How do
they've
you
never
make
seen
that happen out of her
They've never-
hands?
but if you and you're like, you're a wizard.
Yeah.
Is she a wizard?
From her clan, yes.
Okay.
She's a travel shaman from the northern.
Roll your manipulation.
Order
and
bullshittery.
socialize.
Roll your lying bastard skill.
All right. Let's see here. I got a little something.
I take cue of this and I start to sing a song about the adventures of her and her wizardry to try to help him. Call it bardic inspiration, if you will.
Let me see.
Bardic fiction.
Let me see if my
See
performance.
what kind of fun stuff I did that I didn't even know I did. Yeah, yeah. Sing it, bird.
Hit it.
It's performance and what?
It would be probably charisma and performance, or manipulation and performance if you're trying to
Successful.
convince them she's a wizard.
Yes.
Okay, so auto success. Any social presence and bureaucracy roles. So I'll do harmonious presence.
Does my stone of seduction do anything for this?
Not really. Some of them might get the hots for you.
That's okay.
Auto success, total number of essence level.
7, right?
Yes. What was that, Mike?
It says auto successes, total number of essence level.
So what's your essence?
my essence? Oh, okay, so 3.
So there's 3 automatic successes.
Okay. So I automatically get 3. I spend a 6. Okay.
And
Now,
pretty much whatever modes your essence you're crossing off for these charms, you're gonna get them right back because it's probably before you
Well,
sleep.
I'm not using any.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just doing,
Just playing.
yeah.
Okay. Like he is using a charm, you're gonna get it back. So
Jeez, Mike.
Come on.
so you got 4.
Watch your head.
4 on performance, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you lost another one. Right here.
you get it. You get it. It's like my freaking stream ability tonight. Thank you. All right, so This would be,
Mike, take a deep breath.
which one is presence?
He was awfully pink, wasn't he?
Yeah.
What is presence? Is that what I'm rolling?
No, it'd be socialize.
Socialize. Okay. And that's what
Presence is like, she's a wizard, and I don't want to hear another word about it.
Okay. I got you.
Socialize is like, hey, yeah, she's a wizard. She's cool. Great.
So you start saying that, then I start performing. I'm like, as a matter of fact.
So I got 2 plus the 3. So I got 5 total.
5 total with your 4.
Yep, she's a wizard.
Yep.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Harry.
You're a busty wizard, Harry.
Alice Potter.
Alice Potter.
Alice Potter.
Alice.
So yeah, they firmly believe that the North has shamans just like they have here. You know,
We're full of shit.
no problem. No problem. And you guys are just amazing. And, you know, pulling off these wizard tricks and stuff like that, pretty cool. So they have a whole pretty good respect for you guys.
Good.
So
Yes.
Good,
Who wants a
good.
drink?
What's the more baloney?
the bandits kind of start dropping off one at a time, like passing out. Some of them are having drinks. You know, they're not drunk, but they are kind of relaxing and falling asleep. Lao Mei stays up for a little bit and probably talks to anybody who's here.
Are we back in that town yet?
No, you're camping out.
We're camping
halfway
out all
there.
the way.
Halfway back.
Once these guys are kind of not paying attention, whether they're asleep or not, she's like, so I've heard stories when I was growing up about people who have abilities far beyond normal.
Mm-hmm.
The dragon-blooded, obviously. They are
Trash.
above
yes.
mortal men.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
She says, well, most of them are.
Mm-hmm.
But in the old days, they talk, well, now they call them the anathema. But in the old days, they're referred to as solars.
Yes.
And those artifacts you wear, I've heard and I've known from my own grandfather, grandmother.
And this old thing?
Yeah, those
Now,
are,
the question then is: do you believe that we are? Do you believe that they are demons?
well, let's put it this way. If the Immaculate Order and the Dragon-Blooded told me they were demons, I would say no.
Good. I'm gonna actually. What do you need to do to just light your?
You can do it. Just like your anima banner, that's one thing, your anima banner, you can ignite it and not have to spend essence. So I'll always remember that. And like when you
Well, I just want the glow.
sanctify an oath, it comes on automatically. So, and actually yours is because you spent 1 peripheral essence, if I remember right.
Yep.
So your cast mark is glittering, but by now it's probably fading away.
Yeah.
But from certain angles, it does look like there's like a dot of light or glitter on your forehead. Nobody said anything about it yet.
Damn.
But yeah,
Never get a wash.
if you want to
That
make
is
your
points
cast mark
back.
glow, you just do it.
I do that then.
Okay.
In front of her. I say yes. We are the returned. But no, we are not demons. Actually, we've come to set this record straight on everything, if we can.
Interesting.
While they're talking, I'm kind of eyeing her and trying to gauge.
Okay.
And I go into the story. Well, she long ago.
Go ahead and roll your.
I got investigate
Roll your again.
He's always having this
or
little-
I don't
awareness.
know what the is. Is it D4s? I don't know.
Let's see. Let me get my own character sheet out again so I can. Sorry. I think I just bumped that mic.
I think the is all D100s.
Yeah, I would allow.
Yeah.
No, this one. Yeah, I bumped it. Can you hear me?
That's better.
What?
Am I okay?
Huh?
I would allow investigation, or if you wanted to use perception and investigation, or perception and socialize.
perception and investigation.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow that.
That's 7 on this game.
Yes. And she's not really hiding anything, so. Okay.
Call me Inspector Caluso.
She doesn't. She's just like, interesting. Yeah, that's nice.
I explained to her the whole, this happened, that happened.
Yeah, and she kind of, as you're telling the story, she pretty much tells you that her mother and her grandmother kind of told her the same stories, like they had been passed down.
Okay.
And she kind of explains that people out here in the Threshold, like the Immaculate Order and the Dragon Blooded, have total sway over the Blessed Isle and right around the Threshold, seaward.
Right in the
Out
threshold.
here in the boonies, they kind of pay lip service to it. Some people out here, obviously, if they live under the rule of Dragon Blooded, follow that. But a lot of the ones who don't, who kind of don't like the Dragon Blooded being out here telling them what to do, kind of hold with the old ways. And a lot of the old ways are kind of like, I don't know if that's true.
Well,
Some of them say that the Solars were actually benevolent, but something happened, and there was a time, a very short time, when they were not well liked. And some stories say they were benevolent, but at one point the Dragon Blooded rose up and took over for whatever reason.
yes, it's true.
But some think that the Solars are just whatever, you know, we'll never see them again. She's always held the belief, because of her family history, that yeah, they are still around, and maybe someday they'll come back, and this is the Age of Sorrows.
Well, this seems to be we are.
And she's kind of like happy to hear that, and still kind of like, I'm not going to pass judgment. I'm not going to be like, oh, you're the best thing since sliced
This
bread.
is us trusting you too.
Yes.
You do understand this.
Yes, she's like,
You know,
I'm
we can't
trusting
just
you as
reveal
well.
ourselves to everything, even though I don't mind.
Hey, Scout Craftite is back. His name is John, right? It was John.
Oh yeah. Hello. Hey, how's it going, John?
Crafty.
Hello, sir.
So, yeah, go ahead, Brad. Roll your perception and investigation again. When he says we're trusting you, we can't just say anything to everybody.
Yes.
I probably, my rarity of actually speaking aloud to the group, I probably kind of go,
Mark.
bark.
It's like that. I'm just thinking of Blazing Saddles when he gets up there, starts talking like louder, and as soon as she says a word, they all like, jeez. That's what happens when you open your mouth.
I kind of go, because trust is a very rare thing among people like us. He goes, and those that we encounter along the way, it's usually reciprocated.
She kind of nods and looks at everybody. She's like,
You also get a free coupon.
a Groupon.
A Groupon.
Ooh. Free okra
20% off your next frozen
that's one of
yogurt.
his coupons.
She says, because of my family history again, family always enters into it. I'm not like you. I'm not solar. I'm not dragon blooded.
Have you come across any of us before?
No, not that I know of. But
What'd you say?
I never.
I was thinking maybe she was one.
Okay.
She says,
So I was just kind of saying it goes both,
Yeah.
we're trusting in her, she can trust in us.
Right.
but
He said.
I've never met my father.
Me neither.
Well,
It's funny because he's got 2 children.
Oh, I thought maybe he had sex with her father.
so she says, I've never met my father, although he's always around. Literally always around me.
How do you mean that? You sense him?
Yes. From what I can gather, my mother never told me, but my mother and grandmother would have conversations that they didn't think I heard when I was younger. I believe my father is a spirit, possibly a small god of this forest.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes. You guys, in some of your flashbacks and stuff, there's a rare, kind of not really rare, but there's the
Medium rare.
Exalted. There's the Celestial Exalted, which is you guys, Lunars, Sidereals, that kind of thing. There's the Terrestrial Exalted, which are the Dragon-blooded. The next thing down are known as God-blooded. And there are different types of God-blooded. God-blooded, part of their family lineage, is a god or a powerful spirit. There's also...
Like the one in the village.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he pulled a Zeus, turned into a cow, and said, "Milk me, baby," and have a kid, that kid would be godless.
Zeus is really kinky.
Have you heard some of the things he's done?
The swan. He did all this stuff. He was really
Glittering shower of gold, cuttlefish, or
the glittering shower of gold is a whole other story.
Pufferfish would be better.
yeah. He's just a spirit of this forest. She kind of senses him, but that's just
I'm gonna ask her. Do you sense that he's around you now?
he's these woods. He's part of these woods, so I always feel him
Can you?
because of
Was the
familial
village in
bond.
the woods? Was the village considered to be in the woods, or is that separate?
It was pretty much on the outskirts of the
I'm gonna
woods.
ask her. Would you mind wandering over to the edge of the woods with me?
Whoa, we don't have time for
I
that.
think I might know a way to communicate with your father.
When he's ready to communicate with me, I'd rather do it that way.
I don't know.
I don't want to. I've been just fine on my own.
Yeah.
Ah, rebel child. I get it.
Well, not so much that, but I don't want to be. I definitely want to make my own way, and if my
She don't want no part of her deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
if my father decides to help me or introduce himself, I will gladly. I have no ill will toward him, but I don't want to rely on it, if you know what I mean. And most people around here, I don't think I would be anathema, but I would be something more. Something that maybe,
You're definitely something more.
well, I'm communicating with a bunch of people like me, more powerful than me, who by all rights, everyone knows are demons. That's
Supposedly.
not going to look good.
No.
So she's like,
Which is why it's good for you to keep it a secret.
and that's why I keep this under my.
Don't we have a way? Didn't we have some devices or something that we can communicate with each other? Or...
There was that stone that
Yeah.
come in, Tomo.
Yeah, the communication, the
Communications. It was a
of
stone or
something,
something.
stone of speaking.
Tomo, do you still have that communication stone?
I don't even remember.
Oh. I forgot there was a bag
Yeah.
in that loot of like 10 of them.
Oh,
I meant to tell you.
look, more walkie-talkie.
There was a bag of those because they're kind of a common
Right.
artifact.
I'll give her one.
Oh, the coin of distant vision.
No, this is we had talked about. I don't think anybody had them, but they're like the speaking stone.
We used them during one
Speaking
game.
Mm.
Yeah, I think you did.
Oh,
Yeah,
didn't I carry it around? Or no, I gave it. Or did I give it to what?
You had it on the princess girl.
yeah.
That was my stone of vision. I could hear and see everything that was going on, but it wasn't a two-way stone.
Yeah.
It was different.
Okay.
But these are the two ways.
These are the two way. Basically, what this is, it's a small stone. You give it to somebody, any distance. She could be over here in the woods. You could be far west on an island, and if you pull it out, spend a mode of essence, concentrate. You can give her a message, and she will hear it through the stone.
Okay. I'm gonna.
And if she responds, she has one response, unless she can spend essence. If she has if you have essence and you're talking to these two, just spend a mote and you can converse as long as you want.
It's on level one.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's a level one
take that bag out. How many stones are in the bag?
10.
Okay. I'm gonna hand one to everybody here. Myself. I'm gonna take one out and give it to her as well.
Okay.
Say, if you need to get a hold of us, speak into the stone. I show you. I'll spin them out.
Okay.
Hold it. Go over
Okay.
there. Go on.
Okay.
I like pudding.
So now we have.
Attention Walmart shopper.
Speaking stones.
I don't know what they're called.
What were they called?
Speaking stones.
Speaking stone.
She comes over and slaps you. I can't believe you said that to me.
What was your father, not me?
Oh, I was holding it upside down.
Get up, skid, but I'm stupid.
You aren't even.
You are.
Yeah, I played this backwards and it gave me a happy message.
You are a good person. What?
So yeah, she's kind of like, I will. Thank
Somebody
you.
said something on TikTok. I can't. There it is. Okay.
We're not on
That- the
TikTok,
joke-
right?
Yeah, we are.
That's an old one. Yes, I got it working.
Told you.
So anyway, she's like, I will.
Don't lose that.
No, I don't.
Because if we get an undisclosed number,
And she's like,
You should probably put it somewhere very warm.
sticks it right up.
why
my
do I
butt.
keep hearing slushy all the time? I don't understand.
She says,
So
you
it's
said you're
my-
going to set the record straight. Is that your plan?
We're going to try. Yes.
And how are you going to do that?
Burning the world to the ground. No. We know who we have to deal with.
The dragon blooded?
Mostly. And it's not so much that we have to overtake them. We just have to get them to understand what they've done wrong in the past. It's not the matter of we don't want to live in harmony with it. They're just as much as part of this place as we are.
Re-educate them.
But
She's like, how many of you are there?
millions.
I know that's not true.
Us that we don't.
As far as we know, you're
But
looking at what we know right now.
We met one other.
She's like, and you're going to re-educate the 10,000 dragon blooded.
Well, we're thinking that there'll be more of us showing up soon.
I will keep this. If you need me, you call me.
Fair enough. It
She
goes
kind of
both ways.
smiles like, I'm not the one who's needing help here. So she kind of smiles and says, I will keep this, and I thank you. And if you can get these children back, which I know you're probably capable of doing, more so than us, I will be forever grateful.
We will, as soon as we take care of this situation back at the town, we will be happy to help.
Okay. So you guys bed down for the rest of the night. Okay. You guys bed down for the rest of the night. And
a storm shadow comes and lays down. Next man, I
Mud keeps
just
farting
kinda
like usual.
your body
on
pillow.
him.
Mud's laying at my feet, farting like usual.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Do these work on animals? These stones, talking stones?
Not really.
Oh,
They don't
boy.
have the intelligence to reply.
But they can hear it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
I'm gonna affix one to his collar, to Mutt's collar,
Okay.
and see if it,
Kinda
see how it works. While I'm resting.
If you say something through the stone, he might just kind of like perk up a little bit.
Mutt,
Just
you are
lays
actually a
right down.
cat.
He just kind of lays down. So it sounds like he senses you're there, but it's not like a speaker.
Right.
It's more of an essence thing. So he might sense you're there because you're tied as a familiar, but
Right. All right. I'll take it off his collar. Put it back in the bag.
he eats it. You'll get it back.
Oh, Mutt! Damn it! Now I gotta wait for you to poop.
So the next morning, you guys wake up. You can, and anybody who slept in or right around the wagon,
In it.
you get your essence back. So I'm sure it's enough to replenish whatever you spent. So you guys wake up early in the morning, start heading off. It's pretty uneventful. You guys know the way, so
Let's make haste,
Clown May
gentlemen.
kind of helps you get there quicker.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's, as you guys get to the edge of the woods where the village is up ahead, her and her bandits kind of like, we're gonna stay back here. We don't want to freak anybody out. You know, we don't want to cause a disturbance with our presence.
Well, you might be introduced as the protectors and can help these people out.
We don't know this village.
Is it too far away from you?
Well, all the villages that are under our protection are blood related to the bandits, and we're not blood related to these people, so we don't have time to watch every village. But
Well-
we do know where it is now, and if they do have a problem and we hear of it, in honor of your assistance with us, we'll try and look out as best we can of them.
Appreciate it. And we'll meet you back here shortly.
Yes, we'll just stay in the tree line. Come back this way.
Off we go.
So they kind of hide off in the trees. You guys go out to the village. As you kind of ride up, you're getting to the edge of the village, and it's already like, as you kind of ride up, it's as you saw yesterday.
Right.
And as you kind of enter the village, you notice there's like a weight lifting. It's a little less oppressive here. Like just entering the village, it's almost like, oh, it doesn't seem so like downtrodden and depressing. And as you kind of move in toward the town square, I'm assuming you're going to the town
I'm making
square.
a beeline for
Yeah,
that
straight
altar.
for it.
So as you guys go there, you see people coming out of their houses. Almost like as you come up, the doors in front of you are opening up. People are looking out. Like they can almost
Sense like there's something.
herd the horses, but you know they're like sensing the stone.
Sensing the good times return.
Yeah.
So, like, my presence, that would be talking to everyone.
No. Performance is like your oratory. You know,
I must have messed up when I did those.
you did. So basically,
Yes, you did.
performance is talking to a crowd.
Okay.
Getting them to listen, getting them entertained, getting them to your side. Socialize is more talking to a small group of people and knowing how to
Presence is
mingle.
one-on-one.
Presence is more intimidation, force of will. So you guys go to the head of town. Kalos.
Well, as I'm
is
going
out
up,
there.
I do have a dot in performance, so can I say stuff to the crowd?
Yeah, sure,
We have found the stone, and
Absolutely.
You all owe me so much money.
Yeah.
so that would be charisma and performance.
Well, let's do it this way. What is your charisma and performance total dots?
4.
4? Yeah, you would want to roll. If it was like 7, I wouldn't even have you roll. These people are desperate.
No,
Okay.
and I got a 1.
They're like,
so,
no successes and a 1?
yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Listen up, you primitive screwheads.
yeah, we got your stupid stone. Let's get out of here. Where's my booze?
I actually get off the wagon and walk up to the altar.
And
really
Kalos is going to make a beeline for the altar to be there when you get there to greet you.
Right.
But if you're going to go right up to him, unless you say something to him, he just kind of
I'm just going to.
stands and watches.
I'm going to nod.
Okay.
Take out the stone. I'm going to use, like I did before, concentrate before I put the stone into the setting, and see if I can
Contact that spirit.
contact the spirit. Yeah.
You can focus. You plug it in. Set it. Yeah, set it in, and you notice when you let go, it just stays there.
Mm-hmm.
And as you
If I don't let go, I keep my hand on it.
Oh, okay.
on one
Well,
foot.
as you open your eyes, you guys see that spirit, much healthier looking, almost absolutely. It did look like he was an old haggard man. Now he looks like freaking Paul Bunyan. Like, and he kind of has the pitchfork, and he's like,
There's Jason Momoa standing there.
"Yeah, that's Jason Momoa, Aquaman." He's like, "Thank you for returning the Hearthstone to these people and this land."
I just bow and let go of the stone.
Okay. He's still there,
Yeah.
and
Ask him if he knows the spirit in the forest.
Do you know the spirit of the forest next door?
Next door.
he's like, "Which spirit are you speaking of?"
The one that made the woman named, what's her name?
May.
Name.
Allow me.
I don't know that name, and there are millions of spirits in the forest. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. The one's that way.
There are millions that way.
Well, that's
Sometimes every stone has a spirit. Sometimes every twig.
Well, nonetheless, the lady named Lao Mei will help to defend this stone from now on,
I thank her.
as well as us, when we can.
Now only we can see the spirit, right?
Yeah, as he's talking, you're talking out loud like you're talking to the guy. You see him,
Yeah.
but as you look at Kalos, him and the constables are like, "Who's he talking to?" And they're like
There-
looking at nothing.
Yeah.
They don't even see him. They're looking right through him.
Is there anything else we can do for you, Great Spirit?
I think all will be right now.
I put my hand next to the constable and I go like, the bard is very attuned to the spirit world. With his songs, he can see your spirit guide, he says.
Oh.
The one who guards him. He is strong now. Like your
Kalos kind of look.
Can I hear them say this?
Yeah, I'm saying it.
I'm gonna look at the spirit. I'm gonna wink and be like, "Of course, the entire village will give us much gold for doing this for you."
Carlos kind of looks like, what? You notice the god smiles, and he kind of like, do you have one of those apples that you grew last night, that your group grew last night?
I believe there might be some you have, yes.
Would you grab one for me?
Sure, I'll be out the back.
I just reach in my pouch.
Oh, you toss one over?
Yeah, toss from you.
You grab it, and it instantly rots in your hand. And he's like, these people are under my protection. And he smiled, and he's like,
Joke, man.
Would you like some more apples, though? Yeah, plenty.
He is joking. I slapped him on the shoulder. He is joking.
we will grow most of our own.
Yeah.
And they will be
But
much
it
better.
does say we get lots of drink and good food.
I
can't wink at this
The spirit actually looks at you. That I can do. That I will agree with. It comes from the earth.
All right, then. If you need any assistance again, please let us know. I bow, and I step away.
And he fades away instantly. So Kalos is like, so the gold?
No,
I was just kidding.
no.
It was too tense. You all had to relax.
Yeah, it's a little joke. But booze and drink. And she looks pretty. But anyway.
Unfortunately, we have to leave. We have pressing matters.
What? No, little.
No, not
More
this
people
time.
to help.
Well, we need a little bit to take with us then. And
If you would have,
Grab him.
but there's a little bit, maybe a drink to go.
I'll shake the mayor's hand and say, if you need any assistance at all, please get a hold of us.
As you're pulling him back toward the wagon, there's like this
Here's our
old
card.
farmer dude watching this. Like all the townspeople are there.
Right.
There's this old farmer guy, and he's like, here. He reaches in and pulls out like a little
Snickers bar.
pouch. You don't really seem like yourself, Tomo. Pulls out like a little pouch with a cork in it, like a leather skin pouch, and hands it over to you. And it sloshes when you grab it.
All right. Hey.
Like, that's best I can do. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
It's like moonshine. Oh, you're like, whoa, that's strong. Pretty much.
How much is there?
Huh?
Is there a lot or?
It's about the size of
It's like a water
that
skin.
dice bag right there,
Yeah.
right here in front of me.
Or a wineskin, I mean.
Yeah,
Oh,
more like a little
right.
wineskin. It's about that. It's like a flask.
Right. Well, I'll have a pretty good swig.
Yep.
Do I have to roll or?
No, it's strong. You're exalted. It's like, that's pretty strong tea. Thank you very much.
That's very good.
But you,
Hey,
it's
I throw it to you. Give it a try.
Activate the thing. That tastes pretty good. There you go.
yep.
We
Pass
gotta
it
go.
around like real quick around everybody.
Anybody who wants a drink?
Have a drink. Finish it and pass it back to him.
He's like, you're welcome. like, I would have been dead. All right. Wow.
All right.
You probably hear some murmuring, like, after you pass it back, he's like, they're really heroes, man.
Yeah.
You know, these people are impressive. Look what they've done. The stories of heroism are already starting to spread slowly.
Another place to play a gig.
Yep. So you guys pile up on the wagon, head out to the woods.
Can I real quick though pull the constable aside?
On the way out. Drag him with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's coming up there. I kind of motion him over to the horse as I get on it and go
Okay.
like this. We were not alone in our quest to help you with the story. There was a group, and I described her. I'll come in.
Oh, the 20 Arms Gang.
Yes, they helped us fight
And then,
these wild men.
The 20 Arms gang didn't help us, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was the villains.
Allow me.
And,
No, that's Lao Mei's group is the 20 Arms.
and if anybody in this village would be wanting to help them, then they could keep a better protection on this village.
I don't know how we could help them. They've helped so many of us already.
Someone that's here might join the.
They're, if your blood of your family joins their blood, then your family is protected. You understand?
And your villages too.
Well, I understand. I don't know.
That will be a choice for someone who wants to grow up and do such a thing. But
Don't
they have
force
agreed there to watch and help.
Oh, thank you. I thought
Don't
you were
force
suggesting
anyone. No,
No,
arranged marriage.
just if someone wishes to do that, then I mean,
Have a lottery.
but I really want to mention that we did not do this alone. We did have assistance.
you can put the word out and they'll come.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, but still, these wild men are no more.
Yeah, they are.
perished.
They're dead.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Now let's go.
All right, but
We
I
have
will come
other
back for
pressing
eggs and
matters.
bacon.
We're quite sorry. We have other pressing matters.
No, that's fine. Thank you very much for doing this. We're forever in your debt. Should you ever come back this way, you will be given a hero's welcome all the time.
All right, big brother.
Noted.
Make more. I point to the old man. Make more.
Make lots more. He drinks a lot.
So you guys head into the woods. All the bandits come out. Lauman's like, "What was that?"
What was what?
Well, I want.
We'll be right back. Oh yeah, you're gonna have drinks. Talk to them. No, she's
That's just Modo. He can't help it.
I know. It's,
no. When you guys come out, they're kind of like already in the road, farther in the woods, and they're like, "Well, are you ready to go?"
Guess what? Let's go.
Onward.
All right.
On to the next.
It will be at least almost a 2-day journey. We'll have to sleep overnight.
That's no problem.
Okay.
Usually what we do.
We have it
And
like,
like as I'm going though, I'm gonna start picking up like seeds and pine cones and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Kind of the area. Okay. Yeah, you can easily do that even when you bed down for the night. You can.
And then when I'm there, I'm going to plant some around, and then basically, tell the forest, although we're going to the wilds, we are here more to save the children, not hurt you. Kind of going to that spirit thing, and then
Yeah.
mention the spirit back
you
there.
You get a vague feeling. You don't know if it's just you, like, I'm trying to appease these spirits, and you're like so hopeful that it happens that you're feeling it,
Right.
or if it's an actual feeling. But yeah, as you do that, you do feel like better. It's kind of like, yeah, I think they heard me. I think they know.
Yeah.
So but like I said, you don't know if that's like just your mind telling you that, or if it's actually happening.
Right.
So,
of course, the
And it's one of those things, that we actually saw the spirit of the thing. So it's kind of like, well, maybe they'll help us with this. And he's a little fearful of the wild because it's so crazy. And he's read books, he's never experienced it.
Right.
So it's just,
right.
And then in the middle of the night when he's sleeping, I'll take his offerings and make a little pinecone man.
Thank you. This is wonderful. You're having marshmallows.
my little guy will be
That's a monkey up in
armor.
Here's what we're gonna do. The monkey,
Hello, my baby. Hello, my
Red would be
darling.
like, I'm in.
Monkey's like, okay.
You guys,
When we do stop for the night, as far as I recall, I mean, Raisha knows about the Fae and the Wyld of at least the north.
yeah, you have encountered him.
And she knows she probably needs to prepare for this mentally, so she's going to do her meditate thing,
Okay.
which she also does naked. So,
Okay.
Nugget.
so
Yeah, nothing
she'll
strange
go
there.
away from the group a little bit and
Yeah. And
meditate on the
bandits,
woods and
the 20 armed bandits are kind of like, okay, sure thing.
Yeah, we do that all the time.
My guys are.
Now, if Valis went off and did it, they'd be like, yeah, we do that all the time. Not that good looking, though. I'm going to go check out and make sure she doesn't hurt herself. But anyway, you do that. The overnight, it's, again, the same thing. The bandits drink, tell stories.
Yeah, I join in with
talk
them.
about that. They just kind of do their thing. So they treat you as pretty much not equals, but you are a welcome part of the bandit gang. It's not like they're like, oh, yeah, you can't come over here. You're welcome in the group now. So you guys rest the night and sleep, and then the next morning you kind of get up and start moving off.
Bright and early.
Yep. So they take you deeper into the woods, and you notice now it's almost like you don't see the sky too much. It's almost like canopies of trees.
Yeah. Deep woods.
So you're getting deper into the woods. I mean, there is still sky, but
We're going deep, guys.
yeah. So as you guys kind of move in, about halfway through the day,
Oh, did you hear that bird?
about halfway through the day, they tell you that you're gonna be coming to the border marches soon, which is the edge of the wild, and they're not too far into the wild. So as long as you don't stay there,
Are we able to track them?
some of the bandits are like, you maybe
Well, how do you know if they are there? Huh? How do you know that this is where they are? Do you track them here before? Or?
we have seen them in this area
What
quite
do
often.
you, are you
And
able
we've tried
see
to
the
track
tracks?
them before, but they've never taken our children. But we have seen them.
Nameless person
Keep an eye on
sitting
them.
there.
What?
I said, are you able to see the tracks of these children yet?
Are we in there yet?
No, you'll be there in a few hours. You'll get to the border marches. And they're like, I don't know if you'll be able to track them or not.
What do you use? I've got the specialty tracking, but what's that off of?
It would be intelligence and I believe...
Awareness?
What about
Yeah.
you two? Can you
okay.
track anything?
Intelligence and
So what does that give you? An extra die?
Yeah, the specialties.
Mm-hmm.
It's an extra die.
Gotcha.
extra die for each slot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would have 2, 5, 6.
I have a specialty called the Wyld. Is that?
Ooh.
If you want to roll, oh my god! I can't believe that. No, if you want to,
How the hell did you get that?
if you want to roll intelligence and lore, and give you bought the Wyld once,
Yeah.
you can get an extra die, and you can roll and kind of know more about the Wyld.
Well, when I get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, even before you've obviously heard of it.
So what is it again? The lore and
Intelligence, lore, and then an extra die for your specialty in Wyld.
6. 2, 3. That's it. 3.
3? Okay. Tracking is going to be bupkis when you get to the border marches. You know that for a fact.
Okay.
The landscape shifts, so tracks are not going to stay. And if they do, they're probably going to lead you somewhere you don't want to be.
So we got general area is what we got.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just got to go in and hope you come across them. Basically.
Yeah, there's no tracking in the Wyld. You just got to kind of know where it's at.
And you also know that it's, if you concentrate, focus, pay attention, you can make your way through the border marches, but things change. So if you get rattled or lost, you could be lost for a very long time.
I'm going to say, I suggest once we get to the border marches that you let me focus on that so we don't lose our ways. If anything happens, the rest of you will have to deal with it.
Have you ever been into the Wyld?
Maybe
No.
You've probably actually wandered into the
Yes.
border marches
No.
and like, what is this? And then moved out because you
Right.
went deeper in, and whoever you were with was like, we got to get out of here. And you're like, oh man, this is getting weird.
Let me tell you the story of when I was in the Wyld before. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
As long as you stay focused, you won't lose your path. But one of us has to remain focused. I'll take that.
well, as long as you just kind of remember where you were, you don't have to focus on it the whole time. So if you get into a fight, that's fine. But when you're done with the fight, just remember which way you were facing
Right.
when you started, that kind
Right.
of thing.
That's what I'm telling
I'll
you.
ask
Just
the
like-
trees right before I leave, and I'll take a few more acorns. This is forest spirits. I will take these to the edges and plant them. But if you would be so good to make sure we know how to get back out from this wildness.
You're like, screw you.
There's no answer.
I know, but I just
Yeah.
can't.
There's a squirrel like
that's a section.
with a nut
You're not getting this one.
Who's this for?
and just walks off. Actually does the
Hi, Scrat.
Tomo, you're scaring the strings.
Scaring the wildlife, Tomo. Would you please explain?
You can say squirrels, and my guy's like,
You can say it, and it's like, okay,
the squirrel's like, what?
slaps you. So yeah, after pretty much mid-afternoon, you guys get to a point where
Do you think that the wolves peeing on trees might help keep a
good.
sense of where we've come from?
Mutt's not doing that. Mutt's hiding in the wagon.
That's a lot of peeing.
Well, they're drinking.
Well, they don't have to do it once every like half
Little
mile or
dribble.
something.
They'll probably, you notice, y'all, your familiars are like, they'll go in a little bit in the border marches, but they're not going to go all the way. They're
gonna come
even
with
as
us?
brave as they are. They're like,
Mutt's hiding in the wagon.
Right. Mutt-
So he's not.
yeah,
He's not going
that's
to
his
know if he's in the
personality. He's like, yep, have fun, boss.
I'll stay here and guard this. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Can we even take the wagon that deep?
Probably not.
Yeah,
So you probably have to go in on foot. It's deeper and deeper into the forest.
So our familiars will stay.
Your familiars will probably stay.
How do we lose the moats for those?
They'll go in a bit, but then once it starts getting more and more,
Right. Once it starts getting really freaky, they're just gonna probably stay there. And you know, from being almost in tune with your familiars, you can almost talk to them. They're basically giving you the impression, look, we'll follow you in till we get, and when it starts weirding out, we'll just stay there.
I'd tell him to
But-
stay with the wagon.
But we will keep an eye out, because if we hear you coming, we will start letting you know where we are, so you can pinpoint us. So they'll howl or whatever you need them to do, or shake trees or
Excellent.
whatever. So, and then
Play a banjo.
they will pee on the way in so they can find their way out.
Right.
So it's like, we'll follow you, but we're not crazy. You go in there and talk to these people.
Do we still get our moats from our familiars?
Yeah, they're not gonna be like out of range or dead. So yeah, that's still there.
Okay.
I'm not staying with the wagon.
Okay. If you want him to stay with the wagon, that's fine. He's actually, you can tell he's kind of like, I'll go. With these
It's okay.
guys.
I need someone to guard the wagon.
What is your familiar rated at, by the way?
He is at a 2.
service dog.
2?
Yep.
Yeah. It's, you can't really talk to him, but
Oh.
it's basically, you just stay.
Roll over. Play dead. Bang. Oh no! Somebody killed my familiar.
So,
Also, while we've been walking through the woods the past couple of days, she would have been, she's got craft fletching. She'd been making extra arrows.
got it. Okay.
Oh yeah, crafts.
And as long we're in the woods and she's got time walking and stuff.
I got crafting too. I don't know what
So
to
you
do.
guys get to the border marches. They kind of like, okay, here's where you go in, and they're looking around the area and they're like, yep, this is the edge. This is as far as we'll go. You guys can make a perception and awareness roll. Just need at least one success.
Perception and awareness. It's awareness. I forgot.
Through under night.
Can't find awareness. There it is.
Ooh.
3.
2, 4, 6.
Wow.
I got 3 tens.
Ooh. Okay.
Nope. Nope.
I'm glad somebody noticed.
Cool.
Did you get anything? No.
3.
I got no successes and I got a 1.
So you probably are like, what are you talking about? How about you, Brett?
Cutting this.
1 success. 4. 6 for you, Valos.
Yes.
And
3.
3. Okay. You're kind of like, yeah, this definitely feels different. And you're like, there's a bird up in the tree that you just happen to notice.
Oh, should I roll an extra one for weird for wild? Or
You
not?
can. Hold out. But the bird is a color you've never
Take it from
seen
4
before.
to 6.
It's like this weird magenta color. And as it turns its head, you swear it must be the light. It looks blue.
Is it Sam?
You can say?
Yeah.
I went from 4 to 6.
Huh?
I went from 4 to 6.
Okay. So basically, it kind of changes color, and you're like, huh. The rest of you guys, anybody got like 3 or more? It's like, oh, yeah, you can feel it's different. And as you look over, there's a group of like a, almost like a little clump of flowers, but they look like they're made of orange glass. And crawling on them is a caterpillar, but as you look, it looks like it has wings. You're like, okay, that's weird. And as you look up, you swear that tree was about 4 feet that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, so it's things are not quite normal here.
Just remain focused on which way we're going here.
Yeah.
It's a displacement theory.
These snozzberries taste like snozzberries.
It's a vermicious Canadian. Okay, so you guys dismount,
Funabinga.
head up to the edge of the border marches, and Laume is like, we will wait here. If you get into trouble, I don't know if we'd be able to eat you.
We get in trouble.
You can stay
Yeah.
close to us. We'll be able to
So,
get that
like,
out.
what are we looking for?
Well,
We're looking for children.
any sign of fair folk, which you will They all look different, but you're going to recognize them. They're the only probably living things in there that are humanoid. You're also going to look for
Maybe.
kids, and you'll know when you get to the wild because it's going to look totally different. There's no way to explain it. You'll know. Good luck. We'll stay here with your stuff so we can sell it if you don't come back.
That's good. Hey, that's good.
They can help us find our way out because they're going to stay right there.
Don't forget your stone, I say to her.
Onward.
So that should still work if something happens.
If you hear us screaming, run the other direction.
Yep, that's the plan. All right, so you guys start walking into the border marches. Your familiars follow you for maybe 10, 15 minutes, and then they're like, and this is it. We part ways here, folks. Good luck.
Got it on my head.
And as you guys kind of start moving away, you all are in a group together in this situation, and you have like this shared, not a shared vision. You each have visions in your own way about things you've seen, things you may not remember seeing, but it all gets the same point across. You know, there are different types of solars. You all have met each other. You're all of different castes. You're a perfect circle. Even Duquesne had said that. One of every caste. That's very unique. And as you walk through, you kind of get a feeling that you start to become aware more of what your caste is and what it does. So you might have a vision of a warrior that you knew, maybe in a past life, maybe in the First Age. And he was a warrior, and he had a caste mark of Dawn, just like Valis. And you know they were the might of the unconquered sun. You guys have different visions of all the different types of castes. So Zeniths, who happen to be like diplomats, entertainers,
That's mine.
creators, that kind of thing. Twilight, who seem to be the wizards and more looking into lore and stuff like that and using magics. Night Caste were like the rogues, stealth. They were kind of like the assassins of the solars, if you will, or spies of the solars to keep things in line. The Eclipse Caste were the diplomats, and they had, you get a sense that they know how to deal with fair folk because of ancient pacts that were made in the First Age. And you just feel that.
Yeah,
like the unconquered
you
sun.
take the lead.
The unconquered sun gave them the ability. If she walks in and encounters the fair folk, they can't do anything to you as long as she's there. And as long as you don't fight them, peace is kept. But you also know that the fair folk may try to goad you into a fight. Because if you throw the first punch, okay, you broke the peace.
Right.
But if you keep your cool, no matter what they say to you, don't get agitated, don't attack them, they can't do anything to you as long as she's there. But if she's gone, all bets are off. They don't have to treat you any way. But she is protected, as are you all. But like I
We need to
said,
keep
you
you in the
know,
middle of us.
and you know fair folk are pretty tricky. They would never lay a hand on her because of those ancient pacts.
Right.
You guys are like, okay, yeah, she's with you. We can't do anything. But if a tree fell on you, that's not my fault.
Right.
It could have been an accident on you, not her. We would never do anything to hurt her. So keep that in mind. And they usually use like sharp wits and tongues. And thinking about that, you've all heard from the Eclipse Caste that if fairies make a deal, an oath, they have to keep it. No matter what, they have to keep it for eternity. So if you can figure out how to make a deal with these guys, but you got to be real particular on your terms. It's like talking to a demon. You know what I mean? You leave any loophole and they're going to exploit it, usually at your dismay. So as you guys are walking together, you just kind of have this shared individual memory of what you are and what you do. And as you kind of, look at each other with a new, like, so you're the diplomat. Like, I didn't realize that until just now.
And I am the asshole.
Yeah, you're the entertainer. You're the sneaky guy. You know, it's like, okay, that makes total sense. And as you kind of like look at each other with a newfound, we got this. You start walking up, and it's like, okay, yeah. Why are those 3 trees glowing from the inside? That's interesting. And did that bird just use its arms for something? Okay. You are starting to get into the wild. The trees look different. They look very different in random ways. Some are more gnarly than others. Some are like a different color. Some have that inner luminescence. Some are moving. You're like, okay, and the sky, it looks like you're in the middle of like the movie Legend or Willow. There's like lens flares going off and like this ambient light in the forest that you can never tell where it's coming from. And you're just like, wow. But it's very, very attractive, but very disconcerting because you know where you are. Mm-hmm. If you were just a random traveler and wandered into this place, you'd be like so in awe of the beauty, you'd easily get lost.
Right.
You guys are like, no, focus. This is what you mean by focus.
Yeah.
Don't pay attention. Don't let your eyes wander, that kids. Way. So, and after a while, as you kind of move on another 20 minutes walking through this part of the wild, you do start hearing some like shaking in some leaves, underbrush, like things moving. You're like, okay, the wildlife's getting more prevalent or active. And you swear at one point you hear a kid kind of whimper.
Stop.
And it like an echoey came from everywhere. Kind of a whimper or a little sob.
Can we figure out, can we focus on where that came from?
You can try. Go ahead and roll your wits and awareness. Or I will allow investigate as well to try and figure out where it's coming from. If you guys have any other suggestions, you can.
Wild.
Did you say wits and awareness?
I'll allow wild. Wits and awareness or investigate, anything that might help you pinpoint something. And you will need at least 2 successes for this.
Is it intelligence and investigation or wits investigation?
I would allow either.
Okay.
Wits is kind of thinking on your feet, but intelligence is knowing. So.
Oh, got 1 success.
Okay.
6 successes.
1, 6.
2.
2. Okay. How about you, Mike?
You just probably taking it all in.
Okay. Here's the first one's gonna wander off.
Yes.
All right. Cicada, you kind of pause and you hear that. You instantly like try and focus, and with your knowledge of the wild, kind of like that, I'm like, okay, all right. It's got to be from this way, because you thought you heard it behind you, but you just passed there and there was nothing there, and you kind of rationalize a little bit, but then you kind of let yourself like
wait, stop rationalizing.
go with my gut.
Right.
This way.
This way.
So you guys start moving
This way.
up. As you kind of move, you hear another child's voice just kind of say something unintelligible, but it's like the first one sounded like either a young kid or a girl. This sounds like a boy.
Still in the same direction?
Still in the same direction.
Keep moving.
Okay. Eventually, it looks like you're coming up on some trees that have like, it almost looks like 6 big trees that kind of grew into one.
Oh, wow.
And it kind of moves up, and it's pretty huge. The branches are coming off, and it's got that weird luminescence coming from the inside. But then as you get closer, you all realize it's not glowing from the inside. There's like
Some
lights inside
of it.
the tree. So as you kind of pause, you hear more rustling, and kind of like as you stop, that stops. And like the rustling and underbrush has been getting more and more as you move closer. As soon as you stop, it stops. So what do you guys do? You're probably about
I would suggest we keep moving towards that.
like 20 yards from the tree.
Should we keep moving towards the tree?
This is trickery. Keep going.
Okay, so you guys keep moving?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ignore everything. Focus on the tree.
As you guys get up to the tree, you see some movement, like where the roots are, where the trunks come up. There's spaces between the trunks. I mean, good sized spaces. You could walk under these. You do see something inside one of these move, and you see what looks like eyes in the tree or in the shadows. And as you kind of keep moving forward, two figures step out, and you got that. I'll show you guys, but he's got it up for the screen.
There are boobies.
Yes, beware.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay. These guys in like the wooden armor, they step out of the shadows.
Oh my.
Now, their cape looks like dried snake skin.
Okay.
Their armor is green, and their chests are like this wood. It looks like grown wood, but it's malleable. It moves.
So it's two of those guard-looking
These
figures.
guys.
Okay.
You notice their swords look like they're made of glass. I mean, some of their armor is like shimmering and glimmering, and it's like, there's no light. Where's that coming from? You know that the fair folk use something called gossamer, and they can make weapons, they can make armor, they can make chairs, they can make anything they want out of it, clothing. So these are probably gossamer weapons. Their shields there look like big leaves that are made of glass,
Right.
but they're green tinted. So.
That would be gossamer weapons and armor, gentlemen.
And they have the snake eyes. You notice their skin is this mottled like purple and magenta color, and it reminds you of like the poison dart frogs in the Amazon, the really poisonous frogs.
Right.
That's what their skin looks like. But they have these reptilian eyes, and
Yeah.
they kind of step out from
I'll
the
stop.
shadows with the shields and the swords up.
I will bow. Greetings.
They both kind of look at you, and they immediately pinpoint on you, and they kind of,
Well met.
We would like the
Yes.
children back, please.
what children?
The human children.
Are you sure you're in the right place? It is easy to get lost here.
I am sorry. We were told by some that were under the impression that some of their children were with you. Are
Well,
with you.
Wandered off into here.
Is this true?
One of the guards actually, like, when you say, is this true? They're like, yes.
Oh, so you do have some children in the area that are lost from their families.
We shall take you to the princess.
Oh, we would be so honored.
He gives you the look like, I had to slap the shiznit out of you.
Shiznit.
He's just kind of like, follow us. He turns and walks in. The other guard basically levels his weapon and is like, go in. Like, just without saying anything, he motions to follow, and he's going to bring up the rear.
Yeah.
As you guys walk in to this under the trunks, it's almost like the whole thing is hollow.
Oof.
So it's like this big inside of a tree, and you notice there's like the big flat mushrooms that grow off the side of the tree. I know there's a name for them, but I can't think of it.
Oh, but sorry.
Yeah, those big flat shelf, they grow on the inside of the tree, and they look like some of them are making stairways. Some of them are huge, like that's an upper floor
Wow.
up there. And there's like roots and stuff coming up out of the ground that are like moving, swaying. So as you guys walk in, you see 3 more guards come from the side out of those shadows and kind of fall in line. So you guys are surrounded and are being escorted toward the stairway. So go along with it.
Yep.
Okay. As you do that, you hear some scampering from behind you, and it almost sounds like kids. You're like, kids? And as you kind of look over your shoulders where all the underbrush is going, you see about 20 of these guys, they're called hobgoblins, basically run in from the outside and start moving, like scurrying all over in here, like moving off to their own whatever they're doing, but they're watching you. So all that noise you heard was those hobgoblins probably escorting you or watching you on your way in. but they all kind of move off throughout the tree. So the guards take you up the staircase of mushrooms up to a landing, and this landing is like almost like it's almost like a cafe. You know, it's got little chairs made out of wood and stuff, and it all looks very organic. But there are little tables and stuff, and there's little things on the table like trays that look like they're the like floating leaves, and they've got little bits of fruit and stuff. But they kind of take you past that and up another staircase. And as you guys go up the staircase, you hear what sounds like somebody, a little kid, doing the hey. There's a hey, like it was cut off from over down that way. And as you look over there, there's like a dark area, and it does look like roots, like a barred door down there.
I nudge you.
And there's a couple hobgoblins kind of over there standing guard, just milling about, but they're kind of staying in front of the door. But they take you on up another flight of stairs, and up here it's like almost takes up a whole tree, and it looks like a throne room. I mean, there's beautiful strands of like dew stained leaves coming down, and the light's just hitting them the way like sparkle like diamonds. There's some sort of inner light from this. The throne looks almost like it's an orchid made of blue glass that's lit from within.
Oh wow!
And there's like water
Last
dripping
time I
from
ate the
somewhere.
mushrooms on the way in.
Yeah, I mean, it's really beautiful, but there's also
I
something
don't know. I kind of like it.
ominous. There's also something ominous about it. And at that throne, you see this lady,
Nice hooders. Wait, I mean, nice to meet you.
and she's got the leaves and the crown that looks like it's all wood, but it's kind of inside lit, and it looks like it's gossamer. Her clothes look like they're gossamer, and that is not war paint. That's like her skin too, almost like those poison reptiles. It's and she's kind of sitting very elegantly on the throne, kind of awaiting.
She's in the lead.
And the guards kind of lead you to the throne. They fan out in a semicircle behind you, and you're facing her.
I'll go down on one knee.
Okay.
I think we all should.
Yeah.
I do too. I look at you guys. Oh, me.
Real bow, okay, but
Take a knee.
Okay. So as you guys kind of do that,
Watching.
you notice when you do that, she kind of smiles just a little bit, almost like gloatingly. And she says, "You may arise, Solars.
Stand back up.
What brings you here?"
When she says solars, I'll allow my.
Oh, the cast mark to glow?
Yeah.
we're all.
I will too.
Okay. She nods. You notice the guards now are kind of like, yeah, get in line. Your cast marks glow. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. All right. They're gripping their swords a little tighter, but she's kind of like calm and cool.
Yeah.
She says, "I assume you're here for something."
First, let me say how beautiful your kingdom is, your realm is. It has been impressive and awe-inspiring.
Kind of eyes you and is like, "Well, thank you." It's almost like she wants to just be like, whatever, but she's almost like compelled to be like, "Why, thank you." I try to make it as comfortable for us as we can in this realm.
Very nice. I have come to the understanding, though, that there may be some here who are not from this realm, besides ourselves.
Well, of course. We have many visitors. We have a few right now that are left. And she kind of points, we have a few that are themselves, but we still have our others. And she looks up, she points up to the next flight of steps, and up there you see like workers, like people like doing stuff, stacking things, and they're human. You're like, oh, there's human. You look at them, they're just like zombies. They're menially doing their tasks.
Are there children? Are they full grown?
Full grown.
Okay.
And they look like all walks of life, but they're basically dressed in like gossamer rags. And they're just toiling up there. And
So they're hourly employees.
yeah, basically. Yeah. This is Karen.
It's carried as minimum wage.
Yeah. So you guys know that what the fair folk do is they'll take people and they feed on their dreams, their hopes, their desires, their emotions until they're just a husk. And once that happens, there's no hope for them. They're gone. And a lot of times they'll sell them back to the guild as cheap slave labor. And the guild's like, sure, we'll take them. But these guys are done for. They're just drones at this point. She's like, we do have some that are still themselves, but they are most delicious. It would be very hard to part with them. They need someone to care for them and take their cares and worries away. Don't you think?
Well,
If you say no, she's like, your ways are not our ways.
That's true.
I think sometimes they must find their own hopes and dreams.
This is the way of the humans, anyway.
it's their own kind.
Well, I hope they do. If they find their own hopes and dreams, and keep me and my guards fed for quite some time.
I was wondering if there's anything we could offer you for these newcomers that you have.
Oh, I don't know. What would you offer us?
Oh,
They are quite sweet.
I would.
Give him your monkey.
The monkey's back there, but I got another monkey you can spank.
Poison dart
I
girl.
would not want to dishonor you with any meager option that I would give. I'd be more inclined to know what you think they're worth.
She looks directly at you.
I'm looking around.
Yeah. She's like,
Oh,
well, that one's attractive, and he looks like he's very entertaining, so he's got a creative soul.
okay. I
I
think I
told
could
you
play a
that thing
gig
would
here
work, not work in your favor.
for a short time. Before I,
Like,
Would you like
minutes to it.
would you like him to honor you with a performance?
I could honor you with a very nice song, if you would mind.
You see a couple of the cards, they're like, don't do it. You know, they're just like,
Right.
oh. She's like, maybe a little bit. Let me hear what you taste like.
I'm kind of turned on by that. Hold on a second. Let me get my. Let me figure this out. Hang on.
So can I roll like my wits and just figure out kind of what they're wanting? Would it be like a chaotic thing, or is it more just pure creativeness? You know, this is Tomo trying to figure out what it is they are desiring.
You know enough. They want two things mainly in this order. Dreams and souls of the living from creation. The shaped, as they call us, have dreams and hopes, and that's what they feed on. They just drain it. They're like vampires that way. That's the main thing they want, because they have chosen a shape. If they were in the wild, the true wild, they would have no shape. It's all just abstract chaos. When they come to this realm, they have to choose a shape that kind of starts to lessen them, because now they have locked a form. So as they stay here, there is a chance they could wither away and fade away to nothing. It'll take a century. But they need that sustenance to keep themselves alive, young, powerful. The other thing they want Most of them want to destroy creation. It is the opposite of what they are. Think of it as, if you want to think about it in werewolf terms, the Wyld and the Weaver. You guys are the Weaver, they're the Wyld. So,
Okay.
and you could say like the Malfians, the Primordials, the Death Lords are the Worm. So what they want is to undo creation. You are a blight on our creativity. And we could do anything. We can be anything we want. We can form whatever we want. And here you guys are, boring, static. But you have these hopes and dreams that are just so creative, more than we can think. So we want to eat that. We don't want you around. So if we undo creation, that's great. But then we can't taste that. Maybe we could enslave you and do it that way. So that's what they want. And the ones here. The ones outside of creation are like, no, tear it all down. The ones who come here, like, oh, but you haven't been there.
Yeah, you
haven't been there, man.
You haven't tasted it.
So, and then there are some, you have heard of some fair folk, especially you in the Blessed Isle. There have been rumors that there have been some fair folk who actually like it here. They will hide what they are and live among people and just take enough dreams to keep themselves healthy, but not kill or hurt anybody. It's like, you guys are awesome. Kind of like the angels. Like,
Right.
no, we got to protect these. Yeah, they're creative. They're cool. So there are some, but that's very rare. These are the ones that probably want to just enslave as many people as they can. But they're a small group. Sometimes you'll find 20 fair folk in a freehold is what they call it. So there's only like a few here that you see. So maybe they're just like, we just need enough to keep us happy.
But these hobgoblin things, how many of those around?
There were like 20 of them that you saw, and they're like their little minions. They're just like, oh, these are our lesser fairies. They just, but if we send 20 of them on you, it's gonna hurt.
Right.
And they're pretty. They're almost
It's like one chihuahua.
they're almost like
little, but
snotlings,
500 chihuahuas.
smarter than snotlings.
Okay.
So think of Dobby the house elf, who's just had a really bad day and taken some PCP. That's basically.
I really love Harry Potter. I really love you. A lot.
I want you to give me a sock with your intestines in it.
It's delicious. Hopes and dreams.
So anyway, that's basically what they're gonna want. Either to get away with this, but you also know that, like you had in your vision, if you can somehow make a deal with them, some sort of deal, they have to hold to it. And it could be, we want you to leave here. If they'll agree to it, and they do, they're stuck with it. But they're smart. So they gotta make sure it's all sealed up in a nice tight package. So
All right. So my flute has the charm of harmonious presentation,
okay.
and I have the charm of masterful performance exercise.
Okay.
I have Wyld, and I have an idea of a song to perform. It's actually in this world called Stolen Child. It is a real song in our real world.
Okay.
But I'm going to do it as chaotically, like sharp notes and things like that.
Off-key kind of stuff.
But well.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Wyld, I can tell you, is not going to help with this.
That's fine. But I understand.
But everything else that you're talking about.
But understanding the concept of
Yes,
the
I
Wyld,
totally get it.
I will perform the song in a way that's probably really painful to you guys.
You're going
But
to
well.
do
A discordant.
Stairway to Heaven by Primus.
Right. Well, this is actually a song called Stolen Child. It's by Lorena McKenna. And it's a song about the Fae stealing
Oh,
children.
yeah, that makes
Lauren
sense.
McKenna?
That makes-
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think I have that album, but
so harmonious presence is a minimum of one essence. Or, well, 6 on the flute, excuse me. And then masterful performance is 1, but I'm going to, it says minimum of essence of 1. I can put more into it, correct?
Yeah.
So that's 6. We'll go ahead and put 6 into that too, so that's 12. Puts me down to 4.
No, we have one new follower as well. So thank you.
Hey,
for
all right.
following.
Thank you
Bunch
so
of-
much.
Then
Thank you.
What do I need to do to pull off the performance then?
Basically, it would be charisma and performance.
I clear my throat.
Yes.
It is the wild.
Does it make it? Does he have anything that makes it any less difficult? So it would be a 7 or roll extra dice or.
I will give you an extra die because you're trying to cater to what you think they want, and you do know about the wild. So the wild's not helping you, but the way you're doing it, I will give you an extra die for that.
Okay, so I got absolutely not one frickin' success.
Oh my god!
How many dice did you roll?
Well, I got one success. No, two successes. Excuse me.
It's 7, right?
No, that wasn't a 10. That was a 6. So I got two successes. My bad. Excuse me.
And then I have a question too.
Okay.
Which even that, I'm like, God damn. Two successes? Really?
Okay. So you start playing, and she's all like leaning forward, like, well, you play the song, and she's like, interesting.
I bow and put my whistle away.
My whistle away.
She kind of like, what else do you have to offer?
Oh, that wasn't an offer. I just wanted to do it to entertain.
Oh, well, thank you. And immediately like, oh, thank you.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So I have speed the wheels speeds up bureaucracy.
Okay.
Would that work in this situation since it is?
Good.
It's on page 204, but I don't know if it only works in certain things.
The masterful performance exercise, it says cost 2
Good night, Ben.
/ success.
Bye, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming by, buddy.
On the masterful performance exercise, it says cost is 2 motes per success.
You too, buddy. Stay safe, man.
Okay.
Thanks for
So what
coming
is
by
that?
always.
If you got any successes, well, wait a minute. 2 motes per success?
2 motes / success.
Oh, for 2 motes, you can get an automatic success.
Well, I spent 6 in it, so I guess I actually had more
so yeah,
than 2.
I guess you'd had 3 successes by
5.
spending the motes. Or yeah,
So that would have given
He
him.
rolled.
the roll is to see if you get any extra successes.
So it would have been
So
5.
5, 6, 7.
Okay, so 7 successes. Okay, that's different. That's different.
She's
Yeah.
just like, blah!
She's like, well, that, ooh. But as you are playing halfway through, you notice she's very intent. And then the eye slits kind of erase 3 motes of essence.
Okay.
She actually drained that from your.
Is that
creativity.
restorable?
It will be.
Okay.
But you
Yeah, it's just
lost
like
it
you
now.
used to.
I have one personal essence left,
Okay,
so I'm
yeah.
probably like,
Not yet.
Not yet.
Once you get to peripheral, but you can feel. I'm holding my wand here. Come on.
yeah.
But yeah,
I'll
she
let her have
actually
them. I'll go for it.
yeah drained those as you were playing. Like, ooh, that was very interesting, very nice, and very creative.
You're quite welcome. Consider that a down payment.
Oh, first
He's not
withdrawal.
leading to nothing.
Okay, speed the wheels. Let's see what this says here.
Ballast is gonna do. Ballast is best.
I think we just need to set off a
I'm gonna
nuclear
take
bomb.
your Gormal. Beat him up or show him your boobs. Which one?
We're
Both.
taking the intimacy encounter.
Oh boy.
Get some seduction going on.
Yeah, that won't really work here. That's
Okay.
more like
I didn't know if it was more.
yeah, it's more like we need the Dark Master to get this stuff through quick. You're like,
Gotcha,
do
gotcha.
it. This is like in creation, so it's not a bureaucracy thing, really.
All right.
It's a
Oh, I
negotiation.
see.
Gotcha.
To the
Sorry. Okay. No, that's fine. Glad you asked. So, she's
Victor Quees, thank you for the follow too.
oh, thank
Okay,
you.
thanks, Victor.
So, is that what you're offering? him?
Vector-esque.
Vescaress.
Like,
I can't talk very well, or read, or do much of anything.
Is that what you're offering? The solar?
did you enjoy that?
Well, I did enjoy it. But
Oh, you
is
might-
he, are you asking for the children so we can keep him and feed off of him?
No.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
No. We wouldn't want to jeopardize anyone here.
Well, what could you possibly
Just
offer?
an appetizer, you know, little sample.
Can I offer? What would you like to offer me?
Do we have any more?
Appetizer. Well, we do have other things to offer. Like if you enjoyed that little sample, did that feed your need a little bit?
Oh, no. That was simply a taste.
It
Yes,
was
it
like
is.
a hors d'oeuvre.
Yes. How much more of that would you like?
Oh, we need constant sustenance.
How much would be worth what you have in children right now?
All of you? Trade yourselves for the children?
Oh. Physically? We stay here? No, that's not going to happen.
Well, I don't know what kind of deals you're offering then.
Mayhap if I may sweeten the pot.
All right.
You enjoy the dreams,
Yes.
the emotions, ecstasies.
Yes.
I would propose
I'm going to lose my head!
that take off my
Dragon.
lizard headdress. A evening. Mano y mano. Until the dawn. Myself giving to you the intimacy of one to another.
I'm like,
Physical intimacy?
ooh.
Yes.
The physical intimacy doesn't enter into it.
It helps fuel the expectations, longings, the ecstasies.
I thought that was the one with the horny stone.
Horny stone. Let me check something.
We're recording by that.
Dallas here.
I know, I understand.
Mr. Reese, which I spelled right, saying it wrong
Not
again,
the
but he
first
said
time I
they say they like our setup.
royalty.
Thank you.
Nice.
Oh, thank
And
you.
then also they wonder what Raconteur means, and I typed back that's basically means storyteller.
Storytellers.
You know, like a
Raconteur
bard.
is a
So we're
story.
telling a story, saying a
Oh,
tale.
we were fencing.
I know how to
Yeah, 6x8 fence, backyards, that kind of fencing.
Oh, I thought we were like that guy that had the jetpack.
The Rocketeer. The Rocketeer Society. I would totally join that.
I also like raccoons.
Yeah,
Raccoon Tour Society.
The raccoon tour. Yeah.
But yeah, these are live tabletop role-playing games. Pen and paper, like your old D&D. We're playing Exalted, which is kind of a anime fantasy sort of game this week.
I think anime mixed with Conan the Barbarian mixed with Masters of the Universe.
And peanut butter.
I really like the live role playing over the dead role playing.
Yeah, dead role playing sucks.
Yeah.
Well, let's just hope it happens, though, you know, right?
Like, what do you do? Oh, God, now we got to spell this out with the Ouija board.
I rolled a 10. He always rolls a 10.
I can't prove
Bastard.
But thank you for watching. We appreciate it. We do. We're small. We're little guys, but always check us out on Facebook and Twitch for a different setup. Same people, but different camera angles and all that good business. So
Better
She
camera.
gets up from her throne
Facebook
and
and
starts walking, like stepping down towards you, very slowly, very seductively. And she basically is like, reaches out to touch you.
Her attention is on her then. Right?
Yes.
I am going to go ahead and just see if it works, but I'm trying to use the blurred form style.
Okay.
That's where it blends me in to the background and I can move slowly without being noticed.
Okay. All right.
So that costs me 8 motes and 1 willpower.
Okay.
So I kind of do that, and I'm gonna kind of try to, once I do that, I'm trying to start like moving to see if anybody pays attention to me, see if it's actually working. And it goes.
All the cards are like, what's
Do you
gonna
want me to
happen
roll?
here?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
So it's perception and alertness, and then I gain additional successes equals the PC's essence.
Okay.
So I roll and then I add my essence to it, right?
Yes.
You should phase into the queen, steal her soul, and then say, "Oh look, we have your soul. Give us the kiss back."
I wish I could do that, but no.
Oh.
3 and
Okay, so she's gonna walk up and kind of go to touch your cheek.
Mm-hmm.
And do you allow it?
Yeah.
Okay. She does so, and
Lick her palm. Lick her palm.
I don't like this.
Tastes like pain.
I told you I should have called for an Uber 10 minutes ago.
Oh my god. Yes.
6 and then 2 for essence, so that's 8.
Oof.
And
Mr. Nobody disappeared.
oh no, he's gone.
I'll take her other hand.
Break it off.
But hold on before you find out what you did. You just turned into like a Pepsi bottle or something.
You guys probably actually just forget I was ever there.
You're so quiet.
Oh yeah, you got that stone or the hearthstone that helps, doesn't it?
Not
Yeah,
for that. Oh well,
Yeah.
if they're trying to listening to me move.
Yeah, they won't. They'll have a negative.
If they're not actually looking for you, then
Now we have something to bargain with. You want them gone? We don't know where he's at either. I mean, we can tell him to leave, or you could just deal with him for that.
he's very sneaky.
He's very he's gonna watch you poop a lot. Do you really want that? No, I don't think so. I don't.
All the paper is
I
gone.
don't care if he does it to me all the time, but you know,
He steals all the toilet paper. Oh, he will punish you.
I don't know how you Fae like to do things. So you know, I'd be very annoyed if I were you.
It goes the other way. It goes
It goes back in. You suck your poop in. That's terrible.
It's wild.
No wonder you have problems. You're all poisoned.
Turkey dinner.
It reconstitutes back into what it was. A squirrel. What the hell?
What is this? It's a banjo. What are you eating?
He was a very good man there.
Oh my god, that's what happened to him. He was eaten by a
okay. What is your willpower plus your essence, Dallas?
Willpower.
Yeah.
Sorry.
9.
Plus your essence.
Yeah.
Okay.
3.
All right. She touches you,
and you explode.
nope, and just barely caresses your cheek. You lose 1 willpower.
Oh, willpower.
Permanently?
It'll heal.
Oh,
So
just.
1 temporary, just like you spent a willpower point.
Oh, okay. I was like, holy cow.
Oh, do you recover your willpower there you spend?
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, when,
It's like
when do you
rest,
recover?
like a
With
day.
light rest?
Yeah, light rest, and there's other things you could do, like meditate.
So we would have recovered it.
Yeah, you would have had your
So yes.
willpower.
That's not for now, because that other one would have been recovered during the journey. Okay.
So basically, she sucks 1 away, and she's like, pretty tough.
I concentrate on the bedroom antics that I did with the prince
dragon-blooded?
the dragon blooded sans the where I knocked him
Dylan,
out.
yeah.
Where I knocked him out.
Wouldn't it be
Yes.
hard to-
Want it? You got it. So I was going to ask you guys my
Okay.
case. Just want
You
to,
lose 2 more points of willpower.
but I don't know if that would be considered an attack, and therefore we would be like.
Oh, I'm sorry, 3.
Yes, you
3 points.
3 more.
So you lost 4
That's what I'm
altogether.
trying to get her to
Yep.
say. So that it's
What happens when I've lost all my
an
willpower?
agreement.
You just kind of go, whatever. You'll probably pass out. And then she could probably drain you
Right
dry
away.
if she really wanted to.
Yeah, you better watch it, buddy.
Yeah. So the more you give, the more she's going to take.
Yeah.
So she's like, interesting.
Excuse me, does she have your permission to do that?
I'm not objecting, so evidently yes.
She look when you say that, she kind of like gives you this shut up. But when you say I'm not objecting, so I guess yes, she's like, oh, that's nice. Shall I take her now?
Yes, it's the White Wolf system.
Yeah, it's already.
I'm gonna-
Yep. I think that is probably enough for now.
But she's not objecting.
I had not as of yet. But now I am drawing the line because we don't have a deal yet.
Mm-hmm.
For the
See
children.
me with the
Her
stone
eyes
on my
flash
palm.
to you, flash to him, flash to you, and she
Which
just
one?
kind of takes her
The talking
fingers
stone.
off. She's like,
Mm-hmm.
Put it up to your head.
it was tasty.
We're going to try to overfeed her.
If you would like to give yourself to me fully, I would accept that.
Not a good idea.
So what is it you offer? What is it that you want? You just want these...
We want all the children.
We want to take the children
Take
back
them
to
back
your
home.
families. We'd also like you to not take any more human children.
Oh, really?
Ever.
Hmm.
We don't care about the adults. Just leave the children alone. Oh, I took too big of a hit. Excuse me. We're feeding. Oh, wow. Oh, Jesus. I have to be stoned to be here.
No human children ever.
Well, we could always move away from this area.
Or we could. Or you just, live here. It's kind of a nice place.
Are you saying this area's under your protection?
Well, most of every place is under our protection.
We are definitely here now.
You notice she's not quite as cocky as she once was. Yes.
Now, does anyone?
Nope. As soon as that guard who was right next to you, you were like, and she touched Valis on the cheek, and he's, oh, I love this part. Man, I love this part. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I'm slowly moving around.
Okay.
So that I'm behind her within striking distance if I need to be.
Okay. All right.
I don't draw a sword. I keep my hand on my sword,
Right.
but I just kind of post myself there.
Okay.
Wouldn't this be a nice place to put a dojo in, Domo?
It will be. You know, the dragon blooded are not as strong as they used to be now.
Oh, I know.
But the soldiers
Are
we
returning.
returning.
You should see a big smile on my face. And my cast.
And I probably... Can I roll my presence?
Yes, you may on this situation.
Now you can roll your presents, Mike.
Use your
Can I use the gift?
manipulation and presence because you're.
Can I use the ominous presence? The gift, because that gives me a bonus.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I will do 6 motes, and I will take that. Can I take that from... Now that glow will go even when I leave the forest, right?
Yeah, it'll eventually die down, but depending.
I mean, for effect, if I use my outer...
well, yeah. Don't forget, you can just flare your anime banner whenever you want and turn it off. It's just when you start spending essence that it flares uncontrollably.
Okay.
So I mean, if you
all
wanted
you
to do
want
that and do your anima banner, it wouldn't cost you anything, and you can turn it right off.
Okay.
Or you can have it up for like 5 minutes, but it's just because you want it to be there.
All right. Well, I will do the anime banner, but I'll still take it off personal for now.
Well, it's up to you. You
Why?
don't have to.
If you don't have to, then don't do it.
You're just spending motes for something you can do without spending motes.
I'm going to say.
Yeah, I'll do it on my peripheral then.
No, don't spend.
Don't spend any.
Don't spend anything.
Yeah, you don't have to spend motes to do that.
No. For my harmonious presence to give me the. That's an actual.
Oh, that's a charm.
It's a charm.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about your anima banner.
No, I'm talking about my charm. I'm just saying if I use it on my present after my periphery, it'll give me the glow and tie that to help push the intimidation.
Well,
Yeah,
take it
but-
off of your personal because that's
Yeah.
where it should come off. If you
Okay.
take it off
Come
your
off first.
peripheral, then
Because, like I said, if you
that's
take it off your
involuntary.
peripheral, that's going to be there the whole time.
Gotcha.
If you take it off personal, you can still flare your anima banner without having it, and you can just turn it off.
Okay, so I automatically get 3 successes,
Okay.
and then it's my presence plus it's intimidation. So is that manipulation then?
Yes.
All right.
So manipulation, presence, and you already got 3.
And it is 7, correct?
Yeah.
So I got a grand total of 7. Wow. And as I crack my knuckles, it's like, and I'll have the staff because it'll
You had
just,
7.
yeah, and the
You had
staff will be
5.
the little character will flame up a little bit
Yeah.
on the
So when you
lantern, too.
do that, you notice you guys are like, well, we are back.
Mhm.
You smile and you do that. She's just like, fuck. Okay.
Let me tell you a story. I actually go in and start telling. If you want me to roll a performance on this, I will,
Okay.
to make it deeper about us coming out at the combat against the dragon blood in that one game we played.
Right. You don't have to roll performance.
Okay.
She's like,
The Game of Dragons?
she's like,
And it was that point when I said, "We have returned," and I slayed the main dragon.
I know what you're capable of.
Not trying to be bullies.
No, I am truly aware of what you are all capable of.
And we're aware of what you're capable of as well.
Well, you don't understand. When we faced you in the first stage, I fought each of you. My guards and I have fought each of you before.
Would I be able to know that or not?
Your spark of your soul has been around since the first age. You've just gone through different lives.
Yeah, we're in different reincarnations of
But
ourselves.
could I connect into that to know?
Not at this time.
Okay,
Not really.
that's fine.
You're still new.
Yeah, right.
But she's like,
You fought each of us,
some together,
but not all of
not
us
as
together.
you are now.
That's interesting.
I know your souls better than you do.
Thank goodness, because I was wondering.
Well, there's much to be desired about it for some of you. She pointedly looks at you.
Mm-hmm.
She says, but I also know your strengths. The children are yours. If this place is truly under your protection, I want no part of it. I've been looking for a reason to return to the Wyld, but as it is, I am not able to. But I know there are other patches of Wyld far from here and far from you.
So you will return the children that you currently have that are still themselves. And you will not take any more human children.
And we will leave this area never to return.
And you will leave this area never to return.
Not creation,
Mm.
but this area.
Mm-hmm.
We may travel deeper into the woods or elsewhere. I will not make any promises about who lives there. But these villages, these children, you may have, and we will not take anyone from this area.
Now, I find that acceptable.
I would think anyone
And
who's
if
foolish
we-
enough to wander into the woods.
One of the guards is like, the woods are a big place. And another guard actually elbows him, and she gives him a dirty look.
I start laughing. Yes, they
If we
did.
should come across your realm sometime in the future, perhaps we could strike a new deal. But for now, this seems acceptable to me.
Well, perhaps we might listen in case someone else ends up missing.
Why can you not return?
That is none of your concern. And
Perhaps
not part of the deal.
maybe another deal one day.
Perhaps.
We are all going home to where we should be. Don't want to fight anyone who wishes to go back to where they come from, to their purest state. For we are returning to that void state. And the heavens and creation all shall be learning to know us again. We will not be demons, but maybe to those who oppose us.
She actually gets real close, kind of seductive, not within touch, but she's like, if you're not careful, you may become demons again.
I nod.
She just kind of straightens back up.
And then I lean forward and I go, then you'd better hope I don't. And I turn around and they say, are we done?
You see two of the guards like, oh. You just kind of back away like, you can, the exit's over there, dude. But she kind of just sits back on her throne.
Mm-hmm.
She's like,
We have an accord.
No, I have a Honda.
Weird Al comes out with accordion. Oh, sorry.
now don't forget, you can sanctify this if you
I'm
really
getting ready to.
Oh, okay. She's like,
I'm getting my agreement.
she's like, yes, we have an accord. Okay, so let me read on this. Kind of describe what happened.
Let me shake your foot.
You're 30.
Take your face off your head. Just kidding.
What page was that?
Brad's like right next to her the whole time. It's awesome.
And he's like, yeah, we're still here.
He's like, nice butt. But
Yeah, I'm waiting to say something.
Oh, okay. All right.
And is it pretty clear that she
was-
doesn't really even see me behind her or anything?
Yeah. No.
Nobody has.
Even the guards are looking right at her and not even seeing you. Oh, I got it. I got
I'm
it.
like, where did I just write that page?
27. Okay.
Yes, page 127.
Lots of rules.
Okay. Eclipse cast Solar is party or witness to an oath. He may use his anima to sanctify it. The character must touch hands to seal the agreement or touch hands of those who are party to it. So the handshake is fine. His anima burns brightly, swirling with the words and runes which heaven gave him the right to arbitrate such matters. Those who break such an oath, including the Exalted himself, suffer a terrible curse. The Exalted can spend 10 motes of essence and a point of willpower to sanctify the oath. Those who break it will suffer terrible lack from their oath breaking. A number of times equal to the Exalted's essence at the time he witnesses or agrees to the oath breaker will horribly botch a critical roll. When this happens, up to the storyteller. So you don't have to worry about that. But if you just want to sanctify it,
Yeah.
then you guys see her anima banner.
So do I need to spend 10 motes of essence?
No, you're not sanctifying it. You're just, and if she breaks this oath, she's going to be cursed, which means she'll have bad luck for a very, very, very long time.
So what does she get out of the deal?
She basically gets to live.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was
Don't
thinking.
forget,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Solars, when the fair folk first invaded, the Solars just fought them back.
Mm-hmm.
But when they came in the last time, after the contagion, humans were weak, and the dragon blooded. It was like fighting you guys. It took like 20 of them to deal with a fair folk. They were like, yeah, we're doing this. But then they got beat back by the dragon blooded because they were so numerous.
You're right.
So they're like, yeah, we'll just wait. We'll bide our time. This sounds good. Now you guys are coming in for 5 of them to walk in here. We're back. It's like, oh, shit.
You want to go back to
It was
creation?
just 1 or 2 of
We'll
you.
make
They
it
might be like, yeah, we can deal with this. But with 5 of you, she's like, no.
A perfect
They're
circle.
not, they're not stupid.
Yeah.
So your anima banner,
My anima banner is the
brilliant whites and golds, almost
No.
sparkling.
mine is
That's what it says here.
I thought we got to choose.
No. Well, I guess you kind of
Mine was like I think I had it be like a golden aurora borealis.
yeah, filmy and fluctuating, like the corona of the sun during an eclipse. So it is kind of like that. That's what yours is. So you are.
Film in fluctuating.
And then
like how I
the word
And as you do it, the word, not of the words of your oath, but these are like heavenly letters that grant you the pact to do this appear in her anima banner. And you can tell the princess is just kind of like there and looking around. She's just got this yeah. And then it lasts for a couple seconds, like 10 seconds, and then it fades away. And she lets go of your hand. She's like, they are taking the children, and we are leaving before sunset. And you see all the hobgoblins kind of come out into the little clearing, the opening of the trunk, like, and a couple of them go over and start hacking at the roots that hold the thing together. And she's like, go, take your progeny.
I'll walk over to the kids. Well, me, children. I'm here.
Yep.
Well,
They can, well, as,
we'll have to go find them again. Where where that we heard that kid's voice.
well, that's where they are. You
Yeah.
From where you are, you look straight down, they're over there.
Okay.
So as they're hacking that down, did you want to do something?
Yeah, so basically, so I come up real close
Yeah.
to her just as they kind of finish saying everything, and just like whisper very softly into her ear, not touching her or anything, but just enough to know that like I'm there. As like, and remember, we will always be watching. And then I'll kind of come around to the front, and I'll kind of bow as I appear
Okay.
and everything, and join the group.
She kind of looks, and she's like, yes, very nice. She just kind of looks and is like, Nightcast.
I kind of bow my head again and smile.
Almost as
And
much
again, I'm
trouble
like-
as the damn.
So yeah, she was all like, yeah, this is great. It's all going my way. And you're like, hey, we're staying here. What? What are you talking about? And then when it's like, and we're always watching, you son of a... Get out. She pretty much take your progeny and go.
Your
So
Majesty.
you go down there, you all go down there. The kids
See, we're
kinda
such
come
thieves.
out.
Yeah.
They got to taste everything, and then we just put, nope. Nope.
Yeah.
And
I-
she doesn't
I like
get
over the
out of
kids.
bow very low again, and
You notice she bows as well. And it's almost like she's compelled to. It's almost like that. I don't want to bow, but I know I have to.
About
Yeah, so it's like that. You son of... It's like cramps, you know. So basically, you guys go over. The kids come out. They're kind of like shaking, but as you comfort
stirred.
them, pick some of them up. Their ages range from like 5 to 9,
Okay.
so they're pretty
How
spooky.
many of them are there?
6,000.
Oh my God.
Better plant that branch.
Here it is.
got some of those apples on us. We can give the kids an apple.
Yep.
They're about, I'm sorry, 12 kids, about 5 to 14. So there are a couple older kids, but you know, so there's 12 children. They come out and immediately run to you guys.
I try to get them around the staff, you know.
Yeah, that's fine. They pretty much know
Everybody hold on
instinctively
to
that you are safe.
Everybody hold on to Uncle Bobo's staff. We're getting out of here.
Ooh.
Don't wander off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, after that, you guys kind of back out. You can make your way back. It's easy enough. You focus. You get out to where your familiars are. They're kind of start barking. You can hear them barking and howling and stuff like that as you guys get out of the woods. You come back. Lau Mei and the 20 bandit gangs are there as you exit the border marches back to the real world with all these kids. And it's like the Indiana Jones Temple of Doom.
Dr. Jones!
With Mad Max and the Lost Kids, you know, it's like
Yeah.
all the kids coming back. So they are super happy, run and embrace each other.
Be careful, short round.
Yeah. So after that, Lau Mei is like, you know, they're having relatives,
Yeah.
and
Their
Lau
own
Mei
family
comes
and
up
everything,
and
so.
she's even a little bit teary-eyed, and she's like, thank you so much. I am proud to ally myself with you.
The Queen of the Fae has a pact with this young lady here. And if anyone else comes up missing, let us know.
I
They're
will.
supposed to be leaving.
Yes, they should be leaving.
All right.
But that doesn't mean where they're going, that those people won't be in danger either.
How far away are they going?
It did not say.
Leaving this area.
They'd have to go to another wild.
Supposedly far away from us.
But we don't mind poking them every now and then.
Not at all.
Even though I Offered to.
There's some actually would not mind finding the queen again and ask her what exactly she did to with us before.
Put 'em on the wall.
So basically, Lao Mei is going to take the kids back to their respective villages with the 20 bandit gangs, or the 20 arms gang.
20 bandit
20 bandit gangs.
There's only 20 of us. We can only be only 20.
So they kind of escort you away from the border marches back to the road you were on. And they're like, well, here's where I guess we part ways. If you need anything, call on Stone. And,
Okay, well, man, make sure the kids get some food and
oh, yeah.
everything else.
Yeah, they're taking care of them pretty well.
Can we escort these children back then?
We will escort them back to their proper homes.
Leaves us to wander again. Where do you want to go?
Let's go back to the village and have that dinner they offer.
I agree. Let's do that.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys back up, head back to the village. They are like, wow, the heroes have returned already. I haven't had time. Okay, yeah, we'll make you some.
We'll make
No,
my
there's a
present.
big feast in your, and you notice when you get back to the village, it's green again. Like it's already starting to blossom. People are already starting to look better. Even the cows are like grazing.
Hi. The cows will greet us on the way in.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like Candyland.
Yeah. Yeah, the dead are coming back. This is great.
Oh, this is
They're all
wonderful.
decayed and
Thanks a
rotting. They're
lot.
like, I'm back.
So what happens if I plant the tree from the staff? Will it?
Here,
Yeah.
For the night.
it says it will grant enough food for everybody. So it's like
Okay.
this huge freaking apple tree dropping apples and
Yeah.
all over the
Farmer can
place.
make some apple cider for you there.
So you're Johnny
Hard
Appleseed.
pressed.
And someone invents gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that old guy. Man, I shouldn't have had so much to drink. How did that?
Oh, I keep falling to the ground.
They can roost in the bar and tell stories about what we
Yeah.
did and all
The
this.
rest of the night goes, and you guys are pretty happy that you've done some good, and it's like you're reaping the rewards of your heroism right now.
Reaping the rewards of heroin right now.
Yeah.
That's a great thing.
Are we still feeling the pull of some sort?
A little bit, but you're kind of like, I don't know, maybe we should keep going southeast.
Hey, thanks
And then-
for sharing the video, Silverado.
Hey,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
And just then, as you guys are like, yeah, what do we do? What do we want to go do next? All of a sudden, somebody enters the tavern,
Of course.
and it's a guy with a cloak over his head, and he kind of walks in, kind of haggard, and he looks up, pulls the hood back. It's Duquesne, that old guy that you met, the old solar. He's got his wandering gear on. He pulls his hood back, and he's like,
Hey,
well, isn't this fortuitous?
welcome. Come into the party.
I think I will. Well met. Tell me, friends, how have you been?
Oh, let me tell you.
Yep, we'll stop there. So you guys get the stories out, all that.
Yay. There's the cane for everybody at home.
All right. Well, that's it for us tonight. Are you going to have anything else, by the way?
Oh, were we
Go
going to
ahead
get
and do that, and I'll
experience?
see about experience.
Okay. Whoa, that's it for us tonight, folks. Make sure to come back every Tuesday night and check out our social medias to see what we're playing next. You can find all our social medias on our link tree. If you want to see us on other days, you can go to our YouTube channel where you can see all the live streams that we've recorded, and you can follow the storylines in the playlist area. While you're on the YouTube, like the videos and share them, and please subscribe. The more subscribers we get, the more we get out and around to share our craziness with. Now, did you know that you can actually come somewhere and meet us in person? It's going to happen. This year, we're going to be at Planet Funk Con in Davenport, Iowa at the River Center, June 28th to the 30th. We're going to be guests there. We're going to be running some games and hanging out, talking to folks. And after that, we're going to be at the Big River Steampunk Festival in Hannibal, Missouri.
Labor Day weekend.
August 30th, 31st, September 1st and the 2nd, Labor Day weekend. And we're going to be hosting a game at the Game Arena at 225 Broadway in Hannibal. So come check that out. We have lots of other great events coming up later in the year, so get back with us on that. Keep an eye on what we're doing. And again, subscribe to the YouTube channel because we release things on there as well as all of our social media. Oh, let's see here. Now for the thank yous. Thank you to Dale for running the game tonight. To Dennis for opening up the den for us. For Mike for going through all the technical bull. To Bobbi for all the editing and things that she puts out. And for everyone else for playing tonight.
And for Rob for being our announcer.
Spaceman.
Thank you for everyone that stuck with us, especially our new watcher there.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hope you're
thank you, new
enjoying it.
friends and new followers. We will be
Tuning in.
interacting with you throughout the time. If you keep coming back, we will mention you a bunch.
And we don't play the same game all
Yeah,
the time.
we play
not.
how many?
You're
Dana?
welcome for us being
30
awesome,
different
Vector.
campaigns.
Yes.
30 different games we're playing, folks, and new ones are getting added all the time, so jump back in. Big thank you to White Wolf Studios for making Exalted. And the other one is
First edition.
the first edition, and then the rest of them are actually found at
I think Black Onyx.
Black
Onyx.
What it's called is third edition. I'm not sure about second.
Nonetheless, you can go to their YouTube channel, go to the video of this particular live, and in that script description, there's a link to the manufacturer of the game. If you would like to play the game, go buy it. Let them know you heard it from us. And you've actually seen gameplay, so you know what you're looking at. And that's about it. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to check out our link tree, and we'll see you all again next week, folks.
That's right. Yes, thank you guys.
Hold on. Hold on.
Got experience for you guys.
What? Oh, yes.
We're going to do experience now. We got the formalities out of the way.
All right. So for the basic reward for actually showing up and participating, you get 4 points. And then for the story award, which is actually completing the story and being successful at it, you get an additional 5. And I am going to give each one of you an additional bonus award because you all pulled off something pretty amazing in each one. Like Brad, you're getting yours for the "and we will always be watching." That was pretty epic.
That was up.
Tomo, you're getting one for the slamming your staff down and kind of putting the fear of God into her.
Right.
You're getting one for actually sneaking around the crater, jumping down, and also doing the diplomacy because you never speak. Rob, you're getting one for actually all the storytelling and the interaction with the spirit that you did. And Valis, you're getting one for just being straight up selfless. You were the first one to jump in the crater, all Valhalla ready. And then this one, you were like literally willing to give yourself to this fair folk for the kids.
To a point, yeah.
So
my virtue flaw, foolhardy contempt.
yeah, so I'm like, that's good. That's good. So I will give you all that.
Interesting. They get 4 points just for attending as well. So
Who did?
people that
Yes, if you have an
Everybody trying to
exalted
get 4
character,
points.
give yourself
So
4 points.
Tell Raconteur Society points. You
Yep.
use them whenever you play along with us in our videos.
Or if you play at another game, you can be like, I got these 4 points from these yahoos.
Yeah. So again, make sure you tune into our social media and see what we're playing next week because we will not announce it unless it's on our social media. So go like, subscribe, share. Go do it all, folks. Keep in touch with us. We'd like to have as many followers and subscribers as we can because we're going to do some great things in the near future. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next
Good night,
week.
everybody. Thanks. Okay. So.